This is a video about the Regina music box and material science properties of the materials involved. This is a Regina music box, and with it is a cabinet that holds several metal discs that are used to play different songs in the Regina music box, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. But these discs are made of steel, and curiously, we've noticed that some of the discs have this white powder substance on it. And looking at various sources on the internet, we found by looking at one of the original Regina catalogs for these discs and this music box, found that the very oldest discs are made of zinc, and so I suspect this white coating is a zinc oxide, very much like zinc oxide that you find in sunscreen, the white powdery sunscreen that you put on your nose to protect your nose. So I think that's what this is, and I would avoid using these discs because also my research indicates that because zinc is a soft metal, the tabs, or they call them projections, on these discs, they come off very easily or break off very easily, as well as the white powder can rub off very easily, and getting any dirt into the mechanism of the music box could be an issue. So enough on that. But while we're talking about dirt and dust, let me show you that the lid is closed, and I think in its previous location, this music box was in a home that had a fair amount of road dust in it, and so by keeping the music box closed, it avoided getting that kind of dust into the mechanism of this device. And also, I would, as a general principle, I would keep it closed to keep dust out, keep pet hair and any other foreign bodies out of the mechanism, because they do, in the original catalog, they do recommend that you oil the mechanism every several years to prevent it from rusting. But if you look closely at this mechanism, you can clearly see some oil there. So I think even though this probably hasn't been oiled in a few decades, I think there is oil on these gears, and that has helped keeping this instrument running smoothly. So I've opened up the case, and as I recommended, when you're not using it, keep it closed. And it has a latch here, a special latch that to disengage it, you lift up on this, and it will close the lid. But that is to prevent it from falling down inadvertently. This is a disc, a metal disc. You can see it has a Regina label and trademark on it with U.S. patent dates dating back to the late 1800s. And so to start this, I'll demonstrate that first. To start this, you'll move the lever there to the fast position, let it start for an inch or two, and then put it back to stop. And that will cause the disc to rotate one full rotation, or it'll play one full song, and then it'll stop automatically. The other thing I'll show you is that it has a wind-up mechanism. This is not an electrical instrument, and so this winder comes out very easily and goes in very easily, and you would crank it until you feel some resistance, and that's probably enough to play several songs. But if you do move this music box, I'd recommend removing the crank, because it could fall out easily, and you might inadvertently lose the crank. So be careful with that. So let me play this now. And as I said, I'll move the lever to the middle position, get it going, and then put it to the stop position. So here we go. This song is called Smoky Mokes Cake Walk. Okay, so then it stopped automatically, and I just want to point out that these records, or discs, are 15.5-inch discs, and they have a little slot here. They call that the starting slot, and you might think, oh, does it automatically detect that slot, and that's how it turns on and off? No, that's not the case. This mechanism is designed to go a certain distance and then stop, but this little slot helps you determine how to position the record when you put it on the device. So on the upside would be smooth. On the beneath side are these little tabs, which they call projections, and each projection will hit this star. They call it a star disc, which plucks the teeth in the comb, the musical comb. So it's very important to keep this free of dust, and as I indicated before, keep the door closed when you're not using it. And to put a disc in, to replace a disc, again, put it smooth side up, put it over the hole, put the slot so it lines up with this device, which keeps the record in place and down, so that the projections hit that star gear and play the notes. And then there's a little thumb spring device which locks this into place, and then that holds it down. The other thing I should point out, in addition to this being a 15.5-inch disc, there are 80 notes on this comb, and I'll lightly play it so you can hear it. So those are 80 notes, and according to the original catalog, that comb is made of the finest English steel and coated with the best Egyptian lacquer. And so, because it's lacquer coated, that's what's keeping it from rusting. You have to be careful not to scratch that comb, and as I indicated, I used the back of my fingernail which is a very soft material, to play that, or to hear what the comb sounds like. So be very careful of that as well. So I think I covered the operation and some of the material properties, and the fact that you can oil this device. I would recommend a professional do that. You can look on the internet, and there are companies and people that service these Regina music boxes and will oil them for you. But as I indicated, I think the oil right now is good. You can see oil in the gears, and it plays well. So that's my tour of the Regina music box. Hope you enjoy this instrument.